Welcome to podcast episode 9, guys. We're back. We're live. Oh, I've been busy, guys. I had so many new subscribers. Been going on about it all week. You're probably fed up by now. But yeah, this is a podcast. And yeah, I realised to those of you who listened in audio last week, I was using visuals. Sorry about that. You would have been confused if you heard it in audio. Because you'd been like, what's he trying to show us? But we can't even see. Anyway, if you watched it on the YouTube version, you'll get it. It's fine. You'll understand what's going on. You'll get the full picture. But yeah, I was talking about Logan Paul, Joe Rogan, a few other things. I did use images, yeah. I will be doing that more often. But I just have to remember that if you're watching it in audio, obviously you're not going to know what I'm on about. So I got to find a way to do that without confusing you guys. But yeah, I don't care. Whatever platform you watch it on, like, share, comment. I'm luisi21. This is my channel. This is podcast episode 9. Let's roll the intro and I'll see you back here in a bit. Just to annoy you. It's like a Pepsi ad, isn't it? Have you seen the new Pepsi ad, guys? It's Mo Salah kicking a ball at Pepsi can. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just taking a drink. Full on vodka right now. I drink vodka before the podcast. Every day. But yeah, podcast 9. This is just random. I don't plan these anymore. I'm just going to talk and make what you will. There's been a lot going on. Liam Neeson has been in the news. We don't, I'll get into that later, but it's like to do with racism and stuff like that. What else? The BAFTAs was good for that film Roma. But Rami Malek got Best Actor for Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen biotopic movie about Freddie Mercury. So that was good. Yeah. Super Bowl. I didn't even watch it, so what's the point? Yeah, so podcast 9. I've had a busy weekend, guys. I was at football again. If you saw my latest vlog, you'll know what I mean. I'm still currently editing that vlog, but here we are. Yeah, I'm having an issue with my videos though, numbering the vlogs, yeah, but what about the reaction videos and all that? Getting mixed up. Do I number them too? I don't know. I haven't been so far. I've been doing them as separate things, but I might as well just number everything I do, each video. Why not? Then I'm not gonna get confused, and then I'm probably at some point I'm gonna forget to put the number in there. At some point I'm just gonna it's not gonna be in my brain to remember it, and then typical. It's happened before. I mean, Casey Neistat, for example, how good he is. He used to number every vlog he did, and he got to 200 and something, and I think he got mixed up with it with the episodes, and he numbered it wrong, and he was apologizing to all his fans. But it happens to the best of us. But like I said, I was at football Sunday, played 2 games, one against Norwich, which we won 1-0, and we lost 2-1 to Brighton, but they were both very good games. But the difference was I played in goal. And I've played in goal in the past with my ex-team, but I haven't for a while, and I haven't ever enjoyed it that much. Playing in goal, it's different to playing outfield. I feel more responsible for what's going on. You're in the middle of all the action, especially in the Brighton game. We went down 1-0 through me, misinterpreting a shot that one of their players took that went in, from kickoff literally. I didn't get across enough to stop to cover all my angles. I didn't check my angles properly. It's all about chair preparation before the ball gets anywhere near you. And I learned that straight away, and then we fought back, made it 1-1. It was just one of them gladiator-like games. I was going mad, and I was just celebrating every save because I made about 8 saves after that when they were trying to score again. Just knocking on the door time after time. But I held them off. I was going mad, like, you're not scoring in my goal today. No way, sunshine. Of course, they did second half, but first half, I wasn't letting in anymore. And so, of course, I played second half in goal too. I was meant to come outfield, but the coach was like, you're playing too well in goal. You've got to play in goal. I was like, fine, I'm enjoying this, you know. I was busy. When you're in goal and you're doing nothing, there's no point. And you get fed up and you fall asleep. And then suddenly something happens and you can see the goal. But this was different. I was busy because it was a end-to-end kind of game. Didn't feel like we lost, I'll be honest. It didn't. And that's the main thing. Did we have fun? Yes, we did. Of course, we won the first game 1-0, so that gave us a bit more confidence after what's happened recently with the cup game. But yeah, last week we had a charity event for the club. It was called a snail race because you bet on like these predetermined races with snails. I don't know why snails. Don't ask me why. And you bet on the names, and then like everyone from the club was there. Like everyone brought people they knew basically, and they had to bet on it's betting, yeah, basically. But yeah, we raised a lot of money for the club, so that was great. Better than last year. The turnout was really good, so we're happy with that as a club. And yeah, that was my Sunday. Sunday I always feel like I really work, literally. It's my work day, literally, more than any other day. It's so funny. Most people, that's the day off, but not for me. So yeah, we did that, and then, of course, yeah, was watching the Tottenham game first half, because we had another game, we had the second game against Brighton, kicked off at 3, so we got to watch a bit of the Tottenham Leicester City game. Yeah, anyway, that was good. We won 3-1. So up the Spurs. Chelsea lost, so it was a good day. I already talked about it in my vlog, so there's no point talking about it again. But yeah, 6. That manager's out, literally. But I saw there's like a meme video of some fan reacting really badly to the whole game. To the whole, like, season. Not just that game. Chelsea. But I'm a Spurs fan, so it's just good to see. It's good to see. Not gonna rub it in anymore. But yeah, so the whole Liam Neeson situation. Basically, I'm not gonna put out what he said. I might do a video for that, but he said it was like on the interview for a film. He was saying how he was gonna beat up a black person after a friend of his. She said she was abused by a black person, and when he explained this story, the way he explained it, I don't know when this was, but he explained it as if he said he was trying to kill any black person to make up for this, as revenge for this friend of his. And people just in uproar, saying, "Oh, he's racist, this and that." But the fact that he said he was horrified by having this feeling of wanting to kill someone, in this case a black person, he was ashamed of having that feeling. So that's what I take away from it. But of course, if you've seen the John Barnes reaction, it explains it. But still, it's a mistake for Liam Neeson to have said it in that way. He's trying to help. I think his intentions weren't bad, but obviously at the time, to ever consider doing something like that, I don't know if it's fully racism, because it could have been anyone that abused that woman. For example, it could have been a police officer. He could have gone, right, I'm going to kill any police officer. Any police officer will do. But the way he explained it, it seems like racism. And at the time it was a racist act. Well, not act, but like a thought to have that anyone would do in this situation. I don't know. I don't know when this was, but for him to come out and say that is kind of reckless. It's not really helping him, or I don't know if it's helping the subject of racism in any way. But it was a mistake on his part. And they cancelled the premiere of his movie. I don't know which movie though. But yeah, so that was a big uproar. And like I said
There was the BAFTAs on Sunday night. A lot of awards. Like I said, Rami Malek got Best Actor for Bohemian Rhapsody. Of course, Best Song went to Bradley Cooper for Star Is Born because he wrote that. The one that Lady Gaga sung. I haven't seen that film, but I heard it's good. Not my type of film, really, but there you go. It's a remake of an original. It's like 3 movies about the same thing. It's just the latest version that suddenly now people know about. Well, in some cases. Of course, it's probably those of you who knew about the original. But, you know, I mean, when they remake a film, suddenly everyone knows about this film. And everyone goes back and watches the original. One of them things. Like when that new film Glass came out, I went back and watched the first one with Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson. Same story, of course. And obviously the first one's good, but the remake, I just, nah. No, you can't kill off all the characters like that, come on. You know, of course it was a sequel to Split as well, and Glass. It was all mixed together. I mean, put into one movie. Didn't work. Didn't go that well, to be honest. If I'm honest, I didn't like it. I didn't rate the movie. I expected better, to be honest, but there you go. Modern movies, when was the last time there was actually a good one? Or when can I actually count how many good movies have been released recently on my hand? No. You know what I mean? It's difficult nowadays with movies. I'm such a big movie fan, so for me, it's just like, why? Why bother? It's all money, really, isn't it? At the end of the day, Hollywood, they're just conveyor belt of movies. The talent is diminishing, literally. There's less and less talented actors. I don't know. I mean, now, when it comes to fame, it's just people, whether they're infamous or whether they're like a good person. Either way, they're famous. They become more famous. Like, I mean, with this Liam Neeson thing, it's something bad, but it's come out and everyone knows about it now, and it's big news. Or it was big news. So things change. I mean, as a famous person, you can go from famous to infamous. Take R. Kelly, for example. He's been abusing a lot of women underage in some cases. And it's all come out now, and he's still touring. But now he's infamous now in some ways. He's famous. It heightens your fame in some ways, something bad like that. And everyone's talking about you and it's going, it just heightens your fame. But not in a good way. But people don't seem to know the difference now. But in general, as a society, we just jump on the bandwagon of criticising everyone and being offended and shocked. Like, how could they say that? How could they do that? But, of course, some cases merit that. Some cases don't. Like Twitter, for example, on there, it's all a bit exaggerated. People just argue back at everything. I mean, I say that because I was watching the Ricky Gervais interview on the True Geordie podcast. Go and watch that if you haven't checked that out. Check out the True Geordie channel and XO channel. I'm not going to plug other people's channel anymore. But yeah, Ricky Gervais was on there and he was saying like how on Twitter people always start arguing with him about random things. Just answer back. But like in real life, people don't really act that way. Like with any drama that happens now, the place people overreact is Twitter. You know, if you want to get Trump's attention, go on Twitter. He's always on Twitter, you know. A lot of people. It's just a place where people just argue all the time. And take Demi Lovato, for example. She was talking about 21 Savage, about the whole deportation thing. And she took the mic and then everyone just roasted her and had to go at her for having to go at him, obviously. How dare you, you know? Nah. But on the serious note, yeah, everyone dug into her and then she closed her Twitter account as a result. Which is quite funny, really, because, like, I don't think people like her at the moment. I don't know. People just don't. I don't know. Maybe you do, but people don't. Well, I don't. I get the gist that people don't after that reaction. Twitter, that's what it does. It just brings out the worst of humankind. Twitter, YouTube comments, anything. It's not good. Isn't it? There's more negative stuff on there than positive. Like, any YouTuber will tell you, like a big YouTuber will tell you, in their comments is mostly negative stuff, because people find it easier to pick out the negative than just say, oh, well done. It gets more attention as well. Like someone's, but it shouldn't, but it does. People seeking attention, they go negative. After all this praising and positive stuff, they can turn like fans. But yeah, that's modern day really, and a lot of arguments through websites and things like Twitter, social media. So just got to get used to it. I mean, with Twitter, I don't do that sort of thing, but I am on Twitter. I just see what's on there, but I don't really use it that much. More of an Instagram kind of guy. Facebook, as you know, if you follow me on there, luisi21 official on Instagram, to keep up to date with all these vlogs and podcasts and whatever else I upload and music. You know, I'm busy. I'm a busy guy now. Oh, I got messages. I better reply. Oh yeah, all I see on my news here is just Brexit, Brexit, Brexit. Corbyn, what's he said now? More excuses, more delays. Well, there is delays on Brexit, guys, but do you really want to hear about that? I don't know. But yeah, that's all we hear about now on the news here. Just get fed up. You know, the trade deal is delayed, annoyingly, because that's the big concern of the whole Brexit thing, really. You know, trade deals, because that's going to affect us a lot. Don't think people knew that at first. Don't think people knew what they were voting for really at first. I mean, Cameron being the silly person that he was. I got other words I could have used, but yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what people are saying. I don't know, Brexit's just random, innit? It's never going to be... Well, the next 10 years are just going to be crap, basically. I mean, I'm not trying to politically charge any arguments or anything, but, you know. Why are you voting to leave? I mean, Cameron, he didn't think people would vote to leave, but they did. What a mug. And here we are. Here we are now in this crappy situation that nobody can solve. I don't know, you know. I heard someone say they felt sorry for Theresa May. I don't. I mean, you're a politician. What do you want? Do you want an easy job? You're in the wrong business. You're in the wrong business for sure. Oh yeah, R.I.P to Gordon Banks, who passed away today. Tottenham legend, England legend. What a legend. And of course, R.I.P to Sala, the player who would have played for Cardiff if not for that tragic accident. And yeah, they did a minute silence of the game yesterday from the Cardiff Southampton. There was Southampton fans taking a mick, I heard, and obviously they're going to be banned from the stadium. But a friend of mine was there, and he was saying like there was some part of the fans that were like they were like making aeroplane sounds and stuff, like just mocking the whole situation, which is just stupid. I mean, football, we've had this recently, racist abuse. You know, happened to Salah recently the other week, but this is just too much. You know, I mean, any kind of racism or anything like that's offensive at a football stadium. You know, there's been a lot of it recently. But yeah, people just getting banned for saying anything like that, which is rightly so. The West Ham fans that were abusing Salah, I think they got banned for life. If they found them, that is. But yeah, sad time for football, really. I mean, just to imagine that, like, you saw the Cardiff manager's reaction. Was it Neil Warnock? Yeah. You know, he was just distraught. I mean, you would be, wouldn't you? And the fact that the French team, Nantes, Nates, whatever they're called, they want the transfer fee. How can you be doing that? You know, give it to charity. Come on, you can't be still. Well, they're broke, but as a club, I think, but still, it's just not right to ask for the transfer fee Nah. No way. But yeah, I said I wasn't going to talk about football. Here we are. Back at football. Yeah, I mean, it's just a sad aeroplane falling apart. I mean, there's a clip of the last soundbite of what he said before the plane went down, when he knew it was going down. Yeah, just not nice. Not a nice thing, really. Not a nice thing to have happen to anyone. But yeah, just makes you appreciate what you got. Things like that. I don't like hearing about these things, and then what's going on in Brazil now with all the mudslides. A few people died the other week because of there's a dam that collapsed and all the mud came down and just destroyed everything. It keeps happening though, because there's hundreds of these dams that are filled with all the rubbish that they get out of the ground when they mine for metal or whatever it is, or. But yeah, so they mine for that, and all the leftovers sludge that comes with it, they just put behind a dam, and nobody looks after these dams, and then they collapse. So that's another thing I've been hearing about a lot. Just typical, isn't it? Country like Brazil is huge country, so they would have a lot of these dams. There's a lot of mining that goes on there, which I didn't really know about. Didn't really know about this whole situation till more recently. There's so many things going on around the world that we don't even know about, that we wouldn't hear on the BBC News. It's just, people want to hear certain things, and it's what gets more traction on the news sometimes. It's not always everything going on in the world, it's what they want you to hear sometimes. But yeah, moving on. What am I moving on to? I've actually forgotten generally what I'm moving on to. Oh yeah, Saturday, the pub vlog, and what happened at the pub. Why we got barred. No, why my brother's mate was barred. It's a long story, guys. I think must have been about a year ago. Oh, we weren't there, by the way. So basically, he got in an argument with one of the staff at the bar. Basically, they wouldn't give him drinks for some reason. So he's gone behind the bar, poured his own drink, and yeah, he got barred as a result. And so we're there. All the mates were my brother's mates and a few of their mates, like people that like you kind of know. Well, met once or twice, if you know what I mean, like mutual friends of friends. They're all there already, right? We get there. Me and my brother, my cousin, and Jose, good friend of ours. And they're all there, of course. Our mate in question goes up to buy a drink, and of course, most of the staff have changed, or like they changed staff since then or moved on. But the only staff member that's the same is the manager. So of course, the manager's seen him after a bit and sent one of the bouncers over to tell him that you're barred, you got to leave. So we all had to leave. It was like we just got there, we just bought our drinks. Well, funny enough, I hadn't got mine yet, so that was alright. So we're like, oh, for God's sake, got to leave, got to go to a different pub. And there was one nearby, but I couldn't get in that one, so we went further afield to another pub that we've been once before, just further down the road. So yeah, by the time they all got there, we got there, played a bit of snooker, and a bit of banter, as you do in a pub. What else do you do in a pub, apart from drink and have banter? Like, pub jokes are just the best, You're not hurting anyone. Well, it depends how much you drink, to be honest. But yeah, it's just one of them random nights. Friday night, as you do, you go pub. Just snooker, yeah. That was quite fun. A bit dangerous. I mean, every now and then the snooker ball just jumps off the table and literally risks getting someone in the face or in the leg or something. Well, it depends who's playing snooker. I mean, some people are just terrible, so just chipping the ball in the air every time. But yeah, it's just the usual banter. Met a few people I never actually met before. But yeah, to be barred and then have to change pub. I mean, he kind of knew it was barred, but he didn't think they would realise, But they did. But yeah, we got over it. It was quite funny, really. It's a funny story. Yeah, I've got to do that more often. Vlog in the pub, to be honest. I don't really do that. Try and keep that separate, but yeah, I mean, this time I just did. I thought, why not? Content, you know. Definitely next time I go clubbing, I have to bring the GoPro for sure, because that's just another level of jokes, of chaos, mayhem. It's just too good to miss. But yeah, so that was our Friday night. Did that Friday because Saturday I wanted to stay in because I wanted to get up early for the football, which I did, as you know from the vlog. I'm still editing that vlog actually, as we speak. I was contemplating today doing that or doing this. But yeah, I wasn't actually planning to do this podcast today, but I did. So here we are. I mean, because last time I waited about 2 weeks. There's about a 2 week gap between episode 7 and 8. So I thought, why not do it sooner rather than later? Get episode 9 up at some point. Tomorrow I'm at the football, Tottenham versus Borussia Dortmund. That's a big game. That'll be in the vlog. Can't wait for that. I haven't been to a Spurs game for a while. Well, this year I haven't been yet. It's been freezing, so it won't be too cold. It'll be alright. But I'm worried about Dortmund, especially Jadon Sancho, the way he's playing. Again, I'm talking about football. You don't all want to hear about football, do you? Or do you? Who knows? No, I mean, I'm a die-hard Spurs fan, so these type of games I live for. These big games. We've beaten them before, I think last year or the year before, in Champions League. But it's a different team. It's not quite the same. They're a bit better now, I would say. I wouldn't say they're Klopp era Dortmund good, but they are good. Speaking of Klopp, Liverpool do have to face Bayern. So yeah, for them it'd be better if they went out, to be honest. But if they beat Bayern, they're just going to think they can beat anyone. I mean, there's a lot of teams feeling that. I mean, look at United. Standing in their way is City, basically. They're not going to beat City. I mean, Solskjaer is good, yeah. But is he going to get the full-time job? I don't think so. Is he going to withstand those Champions League nights? You know, nothing against the guy, but Champions League is a different story to Premier League. You know, they're doing well now, but it's about the long run, really. Chelsea probably going to be looking for a new manager. Spurs, we better win something. Well, what can we win now? You know, we just got to finish the season well. We've got to get Kane back. Finish above the London rivals, which is not proving that difficult at the moment. Just United, the thorn in our side, just suddenly decided to start playing well. You know, Mourinho's just not any good anymore. That's why he's become a TV pundit for a bit. He'll probably find another job soon, and then he'll be out of that job before you know it. Doesn't stay more than 2 or 3 years. But speaking of Chelsea, they should have, when they had Ancelotti that era, I mean, they should have kept him, to be honest. That's a 10-year man right there. But you know how it is with Abramovich. You know, he's always sacking managers and hiring new ones, which he's got to do now, to be honest. Not that I really care because I'm a Spurs fan. But yeah, I'm Pochettino as well. I mean, if we win a trophy, he's probably going to leave. Once we won something, he'll leave. But what are we going to win? This year, anyway. We need to win something, come on. Yeah, but I think it will still be there for now until we win something big. If we do. I don't know. When we get this new stadium either, I don't know. Who knows? There's no telling at the moment. They said last season, you know, we're supposed to be in it by now. But once it's done, it'll be great. I'm hearing that it looks like a toilet seat from above, but most stadiums kind of do. They've got that shape. But it's going to be state of the art, so it's going to have a pitch that like rotates, like for different surfaces, for like NFL, I think rugby as well. I don't know. So it like rotates round, so you can't ever ruin the grass if they have concerts there, which is going to be sick. Can't wait. Come on, hurry up, Daniel Levy, man. Finish this damn stadium. We keep like saying when's it going to be done and when's it going to be done. They keep putting it off and putting it off, postponing it, you know. But that is all I know about the stadium, really. Up the Spurs. But yeah, tomorrow me and my dad probably gonna go to the IKEA near Wembley first. Go around there a bit, eat there, then go to the match. But yeah, I'm hoping Harry Kane will be back sooner rather than later. As long as Southgate doesn't get him playing for England, then he will stay fit. We need him to. But yeah, moving on. I can't believe I'm still doing these podcasts. But I'm getting caught up between what I'm talking about on the vlog and here. I don't know. End up waffling on the vlog when I could just be saying it here. But then there's a different type of audience, I think. People that watch the podcast and the vlog. Well, some of you just watch everything, so thank you. You guys are the best. You're the best fans. All 80 of you. But yeah, keep sharing, share, comment, subscribe. If you have not already. Yeah, this is podcast 9. So yeah. Tomorrow should be good. So I'm probably going to upload this later in the week. Probably going to upload the previous vlog to this video. It's probably already up, but I'm going to upload it tomorrow, so Wednesday. If I finish it today, that is. But yeah, guys, moving on. I almost completed Red Dead Redemption. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a change of characters, basically. And there's a twist to the story, as there always is. With any story, there's a twist. So I'm kind of sad that happened, but I want to start playing it online. I might have to do a live stream. Bearing in mind, I haven't done a live stream for ages. I used to do Fortnite live streams, but I'm so bad at Fortnite, I just deleted the game now. Of course, FIFA, I could do more live streams. Depends how many views I get, because I didn't get too many in the past. If you guys want to see that. But yeah, of course, when it comes to FIFA, me and one of my teammates, Jack, from Power Football, we always play on FIFA, on a regular basis. 3 or 4 times a week, and it's just back and forth. Either I batter him, or he batters me, or it's 3-2 or 3-3. It's crazy. So that's what I end up doing after I've edited the video most days. It's getting dark outside, isn't it? It's about nice. It's 2:30. Be dark. Well, an hour or so. It's getting dark too early, guys. I need summer. I need summer back. Do you remember those vlogs I was doing in the summer? Just how chilled everything was. Everything's just better in the summer. All the clips I used for my music video are from the summer. So I'm hoping to use more of them again on the next music video I release. But I'm looking for another app to use to edit music, because there's not much choice on the one I use, Music Maker. So do recommend any that you know of. Of course, FL Studio is the best one, formerly known as Fruit Loop. I've got another one called Virtual DJ, but I can't really get familiar with that at the moment. It's a bit complicated, to be honest, if I'm honest. It's just finding one that's good for you to use to edit music. I might have to do a video on how I make my music, or how I made my first song, the process in which I used to make music. It's pretty random, really. It's pretty simple, to be honest. Never thought it was that simple. But today, in a modern day, you can just do it. Literally just do it. I'm not talking about Nike. I'm talking about whatever you want to do. If you're considering it, don't consider it, do it. That's the only way to go. You can't just worry about what people are going to think. I've really got to stop doing that on it. Just make videos that I like. The podcast is more of a chat with you guys. 1-to-1. Well, 1-to-80 in this case. And however many more of you subscribe. But yeah, just documenting life with the vlogs, really. This is just more of a reaction to what's going on. That's what a podcast is, really. Bit of a conversation. Of course, I've got no guests yet. One day. But yeah, just wouldn't have thought I'd be making music now. But here you are. Here we are. It's easy. Just do it, like I said. Put your mind to it and just go for it. Don't worry about failing, because at least you would have tried and would have had fun trying, hopefully. I mean, not everything's positive, is it? Yeah, I mean, as happy as I always am is always like the everyday annoyance of life and like typical things you deal with. Me more than some of you. Well, don't take that the wrong way. I mean, you know what I mean. Average guy in a wheelchair stuff that is typical. Like it's normal. You know what I mean. It's part of my life, but so I don't see it as anything different. But other people do, if you know what I mean. Like you notice that in public, other people, the way they look at you, they're like in. I don't like when people like are in awe in some ways, like why are you so happy and this and that. Really, you know, despite what's going on, what they visually can see, or some people like act the opposite, like standoffish, like you know, difference. Like today in the modern world, it's all about being different. Like people would rather be different than the same as everyone else, I guess. But at the same time, people like anything that's not normal, like I don't know, it affects them. It would affect me, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, you get free parking. I love getting free parking. That helps. I had to renew that badge recently, disabled badge. Otherwise, I can't go into London with the car. Otherwise, you get charged or you get a fine because I don't pay congestion charge. That's another good thing. But yeah, it's been a busy weekend. So I'm just yesterday I was just chilling. So today just why not upload a podcast or film it anyway. Even podcasting, I didn't think I'd be doing that now. But I was thinking the other day, like, I've been to uni and all this. Some people might see it as like a waste of time going to uni if I'm doing this now, but at the time I didn't know I was going to do this, you know, it was just out of the blue. I just did it, literally. And of course what I learned at uni has helped in many different ways. I'm not saying don't go to uni, you should. I mean, it's a different perspective. And you should always move away from home, which I didn't do. You should do that. Because it's only a few years. I mean, you grow up in that time. I won't ever grow up, but if you know what I mean. Uni helps with that, you know. Gives you a different perspective on life. Helps you form more of an opinion on different things. Like a political opinion in my case. Before uni, I didn't really have that. But you learn more about yourself as well. But yeah, all I've done on this channel is just be me, basically, or try to. Regardless of what people think, you know, or able or not, you know, it doesn't actually bother me. It's life, you know. We've all got our vices and our negative things. Now, guys, I was interrupted by my cousin. He was just coming around to have a bit of lunch, so I spoke to him for a bit, had a bit of a chat, and back to the podcast. Slight interruption, but I'm here. I look like a Star Wars character, but why not? I got a hood. Can put it up if I want. I don't care what I look like. But yeah, like I was just getting into there, like I you know, it doesn't cross my mind my ability or not, you know what I mean? I don't consider it a disability. It's just, you know, that it's life experience that it's given me, you know, to be in the situation I'm in. And there's people who they're not, you know, it just happens one day. You know, they might you know, be an accident, lose a leg or two or something similar, you know, and then that's just for them. That's mentally, you know, mentally it's more difficult. Yeah, physically too, yeah, but the mental side, like getting over it, like one day being fine, the next day, you know, I haven't got that issue. That I've grown up with it, and a lot of people like me live with similar things, and it's not like you wake up every day thinking about that. It's just part of your life, like your daily routine, second nature, you know. So
it doesn't cross my mind on a daily basis. You know, all the negative things I could contemplate on all day. Why? I mean, vlogging is a vice that I use. It helps a lot, you know. Everyone's got their demons, if you like. Just how much you address them, you know. That's the difference. You know, as happy as I am always, you know, I'm still doing the best to stay healthy. I mean, it's more difficult than the average person. I mean, if I get a cold, I've got a cold for 3 weeks, literally, so I'm avoiding that. I'm trying to gain weight with the amount of I'm eating and all these extra calorie drinks and stuff to gain weight to stop me getting ill all the time, or give me a better immune system. And that's just me. I mean, everyone with disability has a different metabolism. Everyone does, with this condition or not. Like, but for me, I need to gain more weight to cope with it, and it's part of what I do. But these aren't things I feel like the need to moan about in any way or talk about all the time. Yeah, it's part of my life, but you don't, you know, if I talk about that all day on YouTube, what's the point, you know? Because I don't want to think about that all day, because it's part of my routine. I just do it to make a better version of me. I mean, we're all trying to do that, health-wise and mentally, you know. So whatever I'm saying is good for me to talk about where I'm going through, or other things like that you're interested in. That's what the podcast is for, really. This is discussion, really. I mean, just get in the comments if you feel something similar, you know, or this resonates with you in some way. But yeah, how can I be serious with this hood on? What is this? Yeah, I mean, I don't wake up and think about negative things every day. I could do, but I don't. Some people do. But no, most of us, like anyone with a disability, doesn't want to be recognised as that. A disabled person, they want to be recognised as a human being. That's it. No different. Like, how do you want to be treated? Normal. That's it. Yeah, get all these privileges, but they enable us to live a normal life. Anyone, you know. So, you know, as many things as there is that make life easier, you know. It doesn't make anyone better than anyone else, lesser or more. It's just, you know, we're all humans at the end of the day. You know, some of us deal with life in general better than others, and that's it. Don't know what else to say, really. From my point of view, yeah, people who meet you for the first time, they're just like amazed at how I don't know how positive I am as a person. When not every disabled person will have the same approach. Like I said, people are born with it or not. It's different in that ways. Like for how you react to it mentally. But in the sport I play, power jet football, it's just so many different disabilities. But when you play the sport, we have a lot in common because we're playing the same sport. It's not like, you know, because we're all individuals still, whether they're the same disability or not. No one or two people are the same in any walk of life. So that's what you got to learn. Like, personally, me, I'm shy no matter what. Like, I don't like being the center of attention. That's part of being a Virgo, as you know from my horoscope video. Go and check that out if you haven't. You know, it's part of my DNA to not want to be in the middle of everything. You know, kind of shy in some ways. Don't want to be the center of attention. But if I go in the pub, I'm the only guy in a wheelchair in there. I'm gonna kind of be the center of attention. But you get used to it. You grow with it. I've dealt with it. I don't mind so much now. I'm kind of used to it. So you just got to milk it as much as no. No, you just got to, you know, smart approach situations with a smile. I know that from my point of view. If I'm in there and I'm all negative and like depressed, it's not going to help anyone else
It's certainly not going to help me the way other people treat me. You don't. The sympathy is something that nobody wants. You want respect and to be treated equal. And today it's more common than anything to, for equality to be on the forefront. So yeah, I'm just voicing my opinion on life, really, how I deal with it. With a smile. You got to. I mean, if you're in a room, you walk into a room and you're smiling, everyone else will feel better straight away. And like I said, when I go to the pub, I kind of am. If I go to the pub, I kind of am centre of attention, but I take it in a good way, in a positive way. Like I said, it's not in my character. But yeah, whether I'm able-bodied or not, that wouldn't change. Do you know what I mean? It's not like... Well, the difference is I wouldn't have so much attention, but it doesn't change my character. Like, I'm shy either way. Ability or not, People refer to it as disability or suffering with disability or, something like that. But I don't suffer. I'm not suffering. I've got this disability, yeah, but it doesn't mean I'm suffering from it. I'm thriving, That's what I don't get about that way of saying that this person suffers from this, suffering from this, depression, for example. You can't suffer from it, you live with it. Things like that, anything, suffering from mental health, you live with it. Some people, I'm not saying you never get over it, but, like I said, you live with it, so you grow as a person with that. Like I said, there's always negative and positives in life, in every situation. Like I said, I get free parking, so I love that part of it. And I've had a car adapted especially for me to drive. That's nothing new, like, for me, but for some of you it might be if you've never seen that before. When I tell people that people that I get to know, like, more recently, they're like, wow, It's amazing for them, but for me it's just normal. But I do appreciate it, because take it for granted. Everyone else takes it for granted, being able to drive. And I can do the same, so, feeling like a normal human being. That's it. Well, everyone wants to be treated normal in some ways. I wouldn't want to be a normal person, you know what I mean? What is normal? Define normal. Who is? Or who isn't? What is... Does a normal life exist? No. Why do people long for this normality? What's the point? Because, if everything's easy and normal, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? If there was no challenge. If no one was different to someone else. Do you know what I mean? Everything would be grey. I don't know. It wouldn't be... It wouldn't be fun if everyone was the same, would it? But yeah, celebrate difference. That's what modern life is all about. Yeah, but when I make these vlogs, I'm not trying to do it from about disability or anything. I'm doing it about my life, because that's not the only thing in my life, if you know what I mean. So with the vlog, it's always, positive, because I am, even in my situation, and I can't afford to be any other way. Wouldn't help me, certainly anyone else around me, family and friends. If I was negative, it wouldn't help them, how they feel about me. It starts with you as an individual. If you're positive, then everyone else, it reflects in everyone else around you. Like, if you smile, other people smile. If you're laughing, someone else will laugh too. And, that's how it goes. I get times when I'm down and I'm negative on a daily basis at some point, but most of the time I'm upbeat and making these videos, and it makes you appreciate the little things more. And it's hard to do, but every now and then I get perspective. Everyone needs perspective. And I watch other YouTubers and I get that too, because they've all got their own lives and the things they're going through. Mental things, physical things, all going through something. So, but some people just put a smile on it. Yeah, but Just have to make the most of the great times, because otherwise you have nothing to get you through the bad times, really. That's how I always see it. And the past year, it's been too much fun. There's been negative and difficult stuff, family stuff as well, but there's been a lot of fun stuff too. This takes me back to my year review, kind of, with the things I did over the year. And it's a year ago today that I was at the Kendrick Lamar concert, which was a great night. Went to a lot of concerts. This year, I'm going to another concert, going to Muse. Can't wait for that. It's quality. Got a new album out, so should be good. Should be fun. At the Olympic Stadium, I'm going with a mate of mine from Parachair Football, Dan. So that's going to be a good laugh. I think we're sitting near each other. I hope we are. But yeah, that's what's going on in the world of luisi21. This is podcast 9. This is the end of episode 9. 9, yeah. I get it mixed up with the episodes of the vlogs. It's like episode 12 of the vlog, I think. I don't know, all these numbers confusing me. This is the luisi21 podcast. I'm luisi21. You're the 21 fam. Keep it real, and remember, luisi21 should be good. Should be fun. At the Olympic Stadium, I'm going with a mate of mine from Parachair Football, Dan. So that's going to be a good laugh. I think we're sitting near each other. I hope we are. But yeah, that's what's going on in the world of luisi21. This is podcast 9. This is the end of episode 9. 9, yeah. I get it mixed up with the episodes of the vlogs. It's like episode 12 of the vlog, I think.